So DCU has officially started. I know that we had Creature Commandos and we've kind of been seeing, plants and stuff like that. And also, let's not forget about Blue Beetle. What an amazing film that was in 2023 when that came out. But this is the Iron Man of the DC, right? This is the Iron Man of the DC. DC has released Superman, and now, as you guys know, the next main topic for superheroes for DC is who's going to be cast as Batman. And I'm going to be getting into that. But before I get into that, I kind of just want to go on a review of Superman real quick. And how kind of bad the movie was, in my opinion. I thought the movie was going to be way better. Not saying that it wasn't good. I gave it an 8 out of 10. A strong 8 out of 10. But let's not act like the movie was not kind of whack. Right? So you have, first of all, the first scene. And let me just get my critiques out of the way before I actually start, doing the good stuff and praising the movie and all type of stuff. The first scene when he's flying. It's after this scene that you're looking at here. And he's laying down in the snow and he kind of gets up and he starts flying. Who remembers this? And they have the camera right in his face. That was very weird. It was very corny. It looked so bad that I couldn't believe that this is, what am I even watching? I thought I was watching CW for a second. And as soon as I saw that, when I seen him flying, I'm like, okay, no, this movie is actually going to be worse than I thought. And then it starts picking up. But I just wanted to point this out. This movie right here in the Superman, this scene right here in the Superman movie was so terribly directed and shot. I can't even believe that they kept it in. Superman, who's been the Superman of this world for years, is laying down in the snow, helpless, and needs his stupid dog to come save him. By the way, did I mention that this dog is the worst thing ever? This dog was the worst part of the movie. How can you hate on a dog? I can hate on a dog because James Gunn makes every film and movie somehow about himself. Crypto, the dog, Superman's dog, is supposed to look and feel like this. You know what I mean? Like an actual dog. James Gunn goes, oh no, well, I adopted this dog and it doesn't listen to me and it's this troubled dog and I'm just going to make that the dog. You know what I mean? So James Gunn is always incorporating himself into every character. You know what I mean? The stupid punk rock song at the end of the movie. I mean, can we get a grip? Can we get a grip? Superman's like, well, I like this band. I like this weird band that nobody knows of. Oh, yeah, that's because James Gunn. That's James Gunn stuff. So, James Gunn, you're not Superman. Clark Kent is Superman. Leave the Superman stuff to the actual comic book. Make him a character. And here goes this. Look at this goofy. He's all yelling. I mean, some scenes of this movie just felt super weird. Let me see if I can find it. In the interrogation scene when he's getting interrogated, that acting was very weird. It was all quiet and he was yelling. But I just want to point this out. So Superman in this movie gets healed from the sun. He's getting healed from the sun. But for some reason, when he's laying down helpless and the sun is out, the same sun that they're using to heal him in his headquarters, the sun is out. And he's just laying there helpless. Superman, the strongest superhero of all time, is laying in the snow and can't move or get up. That annoyed me very much. That really did annoy me. One thing that this movie did get me extremely excited for was lanterns, right? I don't know. I think it was Guy Gardner, the guy that Nathan Fillion is supposed to be playing. Yeah, he did extremely well. He was literally the funniest character. Not only the funniest character, but every single time that he showed up and you seen him, it was a good scene, right? So that got me excited for lanterns. Green Lantern is one of my favorite DC heroes. And they're gonna just do the whole Lantern Corp. I hope that we see. I really hope that they dive. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna go deep, head first into it, but I forgot the guy's name. Here, let me see. Lantern Corp. He's like this orange monster that's also part of the Lantern Corp. Kilowog. I love Kilowog. Yeah, it's this guy. I don't know if they're gonna go deep into it, or maybe they're just gonna leave it, and this is the Lanterns TV show is just gonna be a little thing to, you know, slowly introduce, you know, the audience to just the Green Lanterns that we know, which is, you know, just Guy Gardner and I guess the typical John Stewart and Hal Jordan. Yeah, that's right, Hal Jordan. So I don't know. They probably just might keep it at Hal Jordan and John Stewart, because the last thing that I remember of anything that they were saying about Lanterns was that it's kind of like a detective mystery between Hal and John. So they might just keep it at them. But, you know, a deep dive into the Lantern Corp would be amazing. You know what I mean? Just showing that all the characters are there. You know, all the characters are there. You know, they don't even have to do a whole episode or just something, but they can just show, okay, you know, when they're home, when they're at their base, the Lantern Corps are there. They exist. And that would be cool. That would be cool. Lex Luthor was amazing in this movie. He outperformed Superman. He literally outperformed Superman. He acted better than Superman. He was actually an intimidating villain. Like, he deadass has hatred towards Superman, which is something that was missing when we saw Batman versus Superman or Zack Snyder Justice League. You know, anytime that we saw, you know, Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, it wasn't the greatest. You know what I mean? It wasn't the greatest. But besides all that criticism, I think the person that should play, if they don't merge, which I feel like there is a possibility of them merging. I truly do think that there's a possibility of Pattinson somehow merging into this universe, or, you know, there's a crack and something they might do it, just because I feel like it's going to be easier. And let's just be honest, everybody loves Pattinson's Batman, so it would be kind of weird to like restart that. And then I feel like it would kind of be an overlap too, because you would have multiple Batman films going at the same time, right? You would have Brave and the Bold, and then you would have Batman Part 2 all at the same time. Isn't that kind of like, it's definitely doable, but is it the most efficient way to go about running things? Because it's part of all the same company. So if they want to keep Pattinson's Batman as Elseworlds, and then they actually do somehow cast a Batman to go alongside this Superman and in Brave and the Bold, then I like the actor Brandon Skelnar. I really like that actor. I know he's been like the main guy, and people say he shouldn't, but he just looks the best to me, you know? And I know it's like the most typical thing. I know a lot of guys were talking about this guy, Nate Mann. This guy, are we serious about this guy? Right? Are we serious about this guy? I mean, let's just stop it. It's kind of ironic, but I think that the best person that could do Bruce Wayne and Batman right now is Ben Affleck. But I feel like Ben Affleck was like 10 years too early. Like, if he got casted as Batman right now, he would have killed it. I really did like his Batman. I wish we could have seen more of him. I wish he could have had his own movie where he was like kind of being like that rich, snobby, kind of I own the building kind of thing. Oh, this is the flying scene that I was talking about right here. This goofy looking thing. Oh, it looked worse in the theaters. Oh, yeah, that was a disaster. But I wish we would have got kind of like Ben Affleck kind of being like that rich, pretentious guy in a suit walking around, kind of like, I own the building. What do you want? Get this for him. You know what I mean? I wish we would have got more of him as Bruce Wayne, also getting that detective side of him too. So it kind of sounds ironic, but if Ben Affleck was never Batman in the first place, I would have wanted him to be Batman now. But he already had his chance. So I really do like this Skelnar guy. I think he's the main option. I think they should go and get him. Just like sometimes the main candidate for the role, the main candidate that fans are casting is just the best option. You know what I mean? Who's the best person to replace T'Challa and play back Black Panther in the Marvel Universe? Damson Idris. You know what I mean? We don't have to overcomplicate things. We know who's the best person for the role. Let's just go ahead and get him. And if you can't get him, then you just get the next good guy. So, yeah, there's that.